the other book of world records. Ruby and Shorty bolted down the steps of their apartment building. I jumped on my pogo stick for 2 hours yesterday, Shorty said. Maybe I can get into the Guinness Book of World Records. No, you can't, Ruby said. Not unless you jumped for 7+ hours. Today you are getting into the other book of world records. What's that? Shorty asked. Ruby held up a pad of paper. It's the record book. I'm working on the other book, she said. Outside, Ruby scribbled on her pad. World record progress. She set up the pad beside the crowded basketball court. I don't have many pogo stick, Shorty said. You don't need it, Ruby said. Stand on one leg and recite the ABCs. All right, I'll try it, Shorty said. He stood on one leg, began the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E. The kids playing basketball stopped their game to stare at Shorty. A kid named Ben called over and gave Shorty's sarcastic smile. ABCs, huh? He said. What are you in kindergarten? He's setting a record, and he needs to concentrate, Ruby said. Ben turned to look at Ruby. He's setting a record, Ben said. So what's your job? I'm the officiator, Ruby said. The what? Ben asked. The witness to prove they really did it, Ruby said. She grabbed up her pad, flipped several pages, and rattled off a list. I offer a number of service related to record setting actually. They include record consultancy, record training, record breaking, memorabilia, and certificates of participation. Not interested, Ben said. And here's a news flash. Anyone could do what he's doing. Oh, yeah, Ruby said. Well, my brother is going to do it while chewing bubble gum. Ruby pulled out a piece of gum and tossed it into her brother. Shorty popped the gum in his mouth and continued the alphabet. Thought it was harder to make out the letters. F, G, H, I, G, K, L, M, N, O, P. That's nothing, Ben said. You ought to blow bubbles instead if you want to set a real record. Let me get my pogo stick. Ben dashed into the building. Shorty winked at Ruby. Ben didn't know that Shorty was a pogo stick master. By the time Ben came back with his pogo stick, a small crowd had gathered around Shorty and Ruby. Try jumping with one leg, Ben said. Shorty picked up the pogo stick and began bouncing. Once he got going, he started jumping on one leg. See this, everybody, my brother is setting a record, Ruby announced. Shorty is blowing bubbles on one leg, jumping on a pogo stick. Everyone from the playground came to see what was happening. That's not so hard, Ben said. Let's see him jump through a human maze. There's no such thing as a human maze, Ruby said. Sure, there is, Ben said. It's a maze made out of people. Shorty bounced on the pogo stick. Can I switch legs? He asked. Ben and Ruby both shook their heads. Call everybody you know, Ruby announced. My brother is going to set a new world record while jumping through a human maze. Tell them to come quick, Shorty yelled. Some people pulled out their phones and started calling their friends. Others ran into the building to invite their families. Ben raced to the tennis court and recruited more kids for the maze. One by one, Ben found a place for everyone in the maze. Hurry up, Shorty screamed. I'm getting tired. Shorty was speeding on the pogo stick, still jumping. He started to move through the human maze. People cheered him on as he blew his biggest bubble, bouncing all the while. Shorty turned a corner in the maze. The pogo stick wobbled, but Shorty did not fall off. At the end of the maze, he leaped off the pogo stick and collapsed on the ground. A new world record, Ruby yelled. Everyone cheered and rushed to give Shorty high fives. Not bad, Shorty, Ben said. Shorty lay on the ground. He reached up his hand to give high fives to everybody who had some to watch him. Ruby wanted to write that as a new record too. Hold on, said Ben. He did some quick research on his phone. There are a lot of high five records out there. Most are high fives in a minute, wearing a banana costume. Loudest high five, most in a rainy parking lot. But don't see any with one person on his back. You've got potential. Potential, Ruby said. I could use someone like you to help me invent new records. Want to be my assistant? First, though, Shorty said to Ben, it's your turn. Ben high-fived him. No, Shorty said. Your turn to get into the other book of world records. Ben looked shocked. Me? He gasped. No, I don't. Ruby winked at Shorty. Can't step right up, she yelled. We've got a new world record in the making.